Hey, it's JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. Today we're going to talk about the 3-knife system for bushcraft and survival. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. Thanks. I'm sure you've all heard of the saying, 2 is 1, 1 is none. And that really means you always need to carry a backup gear. Well, I've always believed in the rule of 3. So I believe in the 3-knife system, and it's something I've adopted ever since I've been going out into the jungle regularly. So what is the 3-knife system? Very simply, it means you want to bring a minimum of a 3-knife setup when you go outfield. And what you see in front of you is a collection of bushcraft and survival equipment that may be found in different people's system. Now I say different people's system because everyone's system will be different. It depends on the environment you're in, it depends on your needs, the activities you engage in, and your skill level at various things. And of course, depending on how much you want to actually carry out when you go out into the field. But basically, these are tools that one might use in a bushcraft or survival situation. We've got a hatchet, folding knife, a parang or machete, multi-tools, folding knives, and fixed blades. So the idea is you can pick any of these items to form a 3-knife system, but you would of course pick items in different categories, or rather you would pick different tools that are used for specific purposes or of different size. For example, you won't bring out 3 fixed knives like this of similar size. That won't make sense, but you might bring out a hatchet, you might bring out a knife, and you might bring out a multi-tool. That would make a 3-knife system. So the question is, do you have a 3-knife system when you go outfield? And if so, what is your 3-knife system? I'll discuss some combinations that I think are good and also share with you my own system. So let's get started. This is my current 3-knife system when I go out into the jungle. As I live in a tropical climate, having a parang or a machete is very important. This is what we'll call a golok. So it is defined by the shape of the knife. So that's the belly, that point, and the straight back. In the West, you just call this a machete, and this is actually the tops you carry. It's 10 inches long, high carbon steel, a high saber grind, micarta handles, and is a full tang blade. So a really great knife to bring out in the jungle to cut trails and to chop wood. In terms of a primary knife, and in any 3-knife system, you would have a primary knife, and this would be mine. It's also a tops knife. It's the tops Brakimo. It's 6 inches long. It's quite big for what you might consider a bushcraft knife, but I actually find this size good for me because this knife is on my belt, meaning it's with me all the time. For the parang, the way I carry it is on a sling, and if I get to a camp, I might not be carrying it on me all the time, depending what I'm doing. I might put it up with my pack, hang it from a tree. But this will always be on my belt and with me. So if I need to do some heavier tasks, let's say I need to chop through bamboo and I don't want to go and get the parang, then this would actually work very well. So I'm find it very comfortable to carry this particular knife as my main primary knife. Now, as the 3rd knife in my system, I carry a folder, and this is not my pocket knife. This is the Victorinox Camper. So it is like a standard Victorinox in terms of the blades and the main tools, but the addition, of course, is the wood saw, which becomes very valuable outfield. Again, as a redundancy or a backup, and I'll explain why in just a while. I've also added in a fire making capabilities with the tinder and the ferro rod. So this is my 3-knife system, but honestly, when I go out to the field, I actually bring more than 3 knives. I think I have a 5-knife system, and the reason is I do carry a jungle survival kit, and in that kit, I do have a multi-tool. In this case, it's the Leatherman rebar. So I don't usually open that kit unless it's emergency, but this is inside and I do carry it. The other thing I also carry on my belt is the silky saw. So this is always with me as well, and I find that the saw is the best way to cut wood, at least for my needs in terms of the wood processing I need. I don't live in a place that gets very cold, so I'm not cutting loads of firewood. I just need wood to start a fire for food or to boil water, so you don't need a lot of wood for that. And of course I can chop with the parang, but it's much more efficient to cut with the saw. So while I'm talking about a 3-knife system, I generally do carry a 5-knife system. However, at the same time, I don't always carry the parang out with me. I carry it only when I know I want to do some jungle bashing. But if I'm just going for a light hike and I don't intend to go through thick vegetation who have to bash a trail, I'm following main or secondary trails, then I might not even bring the parang. In this case, the saw will be with me, as mentioned, and this would still form my 3-knife system. Here's another combination of a 3-knife system that one can carry. If you do not want to carry such a big knife such as a machete, but you want a good survival knife, then you might just carry one big knife, something that's about 8 inches long. In this case, this is the Russian Tracker. Due to this design, it can chop and it can carve as well. So kind of a 1-2 option if you like. But you might also carry something that has a thinner blade, and this is for more fine work. In this case, you can carry the Condor Terrasaw. And as your pocket folder, whether it's in your pocket or in a pouch, you might carry a one-handed knife, which is a multi-tool, in this case, the Swiss Soldier, which comes with a knife, the basic tools, as well as a saw. So that's a great 3-knife system as well. If you prefer a traditional look and you're in a more temperate climate, maybe a setup like this will work for you. You get a hatchet, a more traditional looking bushcraft knife with wooden handles, and you get a traditional style Stockman knife, which is a slip joint knife, but there are 3 blades here. So something like this also forms a 3-knife system. And as a final example, if you just want to pack very light and you're only going to be engaging in light bushcraft duties and tasks, then you can carry a light fixed blade, a nice folding knife, and a small multi-tool in the form of a Swiss Army knife. As you can see, the combinations for a 3-knife system are basically endless. It all boils down to your needs, the environment you're in, the activities you're going to engage in, your level of skill, and the amount of things that you want to bring outfield. So once again, what is your 3-knife system, or do you follow a different kind of system? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.